What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to save my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
Go ahead, Ms. Banner. Go ahead.
Hi,
Hello.
Kevin. How are you? Hi.
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 36.
All right. So, do you have a disagreement with what I'm saying?
I do.
Okay.
So first I had a question for you first. You
Okay.
said modern woman. So your question is, can a modern woman choose to be a housewife, correct?
Yep. Can you just choose to be a housewife?
So my question before I answer that is, what's your definition of a modern woman?
Oh, any woman born after 1960.
Okay, so the age is what makes her a modern woman.
Well, yeah. I mean, without being, if you were born in the West, notions of equality, notions of uh, fluid gender roles. I mean, I don't want to have to. I don't know how much more we have to go into it. I mean, I don't think if I went back into your family history, uh, how many of the women were single at your age? If I went back 100 years ago,
Well, I'm Nigerian, so that's a
then
little
none
more.
of them were.
I'm sorry.
Then none of them were.
Well, my mom is, so
If I say I went back 100 years,
yeah, then no, they weren't.
exactly. So those
Mhm.
see, modern women are single in middle age.
Okay. Okay. So your question was that these women who are single and middle age, can they choose to be a housewife?
Are, are they worthy of it? Yeah.
Are they worthy of it?
Yeah.
I believe so. They are
Really?
worthy.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Do you want to be a housewife?
No, I do not.
Okay. Do you want children?
I do. I have one.
Okay. You want more?
I do.
How many more?
One or two.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with the next child?
That depends. That depends on how much my significant other is making.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills
Have to?
after?
No. Have
All
to?
right. So, how
Absolutely.
much would a man need? What state do you live in?
In New York.
Right. New York. New York City?
Yes.
I lived there for a while. How much money would a man need to make in New York City to support a family of five?
A family of five, that's at least 300, 400,000.
In New York City. Really?
Well, if you're
No.
talking about city like Manhattan,
Where do you
then you're
live?
talking a
Where do you
different
where do you live?
different amount in
Five
Brooklyn.
boroughs?
In Brooklyn.
All right. I'm sorry. I'll be in New York in a couple of weeks. Brooklyn ain't cheap either. I lived
You
in New
can
York.
a family of five can make it on like 400, 500,000. They can.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 400, 500, not three.
Okay.
But
Even
but
three. I would
but
say even three.
what percentage of men make $300,000 a year?
Not a lot.
Now, what percentage?
I don't know, the upper 5%, if that, 1%, maybe.
Yeah, 1%, about
So now your
1%.
question also, but you didn't ask me where I wanted to stay in New York.
We haven't even got to where I'm going before you start misdirecting.
Okay.
If 1% of men make $300,000 or more, what do these men typically want from a wife? One, they don't typically want their wives to have children.
Mm-hmm.
So that typically disqualifies most women from men who are earning that kind of money.
I don't
Two,
necessarily agree with you on
I
that.
don't care if you agree or not. I talk to the men and I have thousands of them. You can have an opinion. We got the facts, data, statistics on our side. So what are you disagreeing on? What you think or what the men say?
What the men say.
Okay,
Because I
where are you
also
getting
have
your
friends that
information
make that
from?
amount
No. Where are you getting your information from the men from?
from the men.
Where?
The men that make that amount that are in my social
Where?
circles.
In your circles.
Mm-hmm.
And that's anecdotal.
That could be. However,
It
you
is
also
anecdotal, man. No. See, this is where the modern woman thing comes in. The suspension of disbelief. Right here is already, it's on display right now.
So here's my question. So you're saying that
Time out.
your anecdote.
Time out.
Okay.
Pipe the energy back, because at the end of the day, ma'am, you have a child. And you said modern women, you can choose. Well, if you could choose to do it and was simply that, why haven't you done it yet?
Who said I haven't?
Because you don't have the man.
Who said I don't?
Get off my goddamn YouTube
So
playing.
my question is,
Get off my show playing. I'm not playing fucking games with you,
I'm
ladies.
not
What is
playing
your
games with you.
problem?
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
You're not
who said I
answering.
haven't? Who said I'm not? Another one right there. Right there. This is the 36-year-old woman coming onto the YouTube show acting a damn fool. Who says I haven't? Who says I don't? Who do you know? And you wonder why I asked the question. Look, right there you go. And you think this is doing you some good? I mean, honestly, just sit here looking like, what are you gaining from this? If you're not going to answer the question, you know what? Let's do it this way. You want to play games? We'll play. You want to play? We'll play.
I'll make you famous.
You want to play? We'll play. I'm going to put you guys in the waiting room. You want to play, ma'am? Miss Kia, I'll come back to you in just a second. Miss Love, I'll come back to you in a second. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to have an interaction. You're going to respect the platform. And I'll be nice to you if you're nice to me. But don't start this passive aggressive. Don't start what you just tried a minute ago. Because I'll just mute you and boot you. It's not going to get anywhere. So I have a question before we get started. Why take that path that you just took with the questions I asked?
So can I answer the question?
You could have answered any of the questions I asked without being sarcastic.
I wasn't being sarcastic. So
who says I haven't? Who says I wasn't? That's being sarcastic.
I thought we're having a dialogue.
That's not a dialogue, man. I don't know. Well, if you were a man having a dialogue like that, you get punched in the mouth.
So can I respond to your question?
If you were a man, if you were being a man and had a dialogue like that, you get punched in the mouth.
So can I respond to your question?
If you're going to respond like you have some sense, you can. If you're going to just do this back and forth, I'll just let you go.
So in response to your question, you never asked me about whether, if I have or haven't been married. You never asked me anything about my background, but however, you made assumptions.
Ma'am, are you married to a high value man?
Currently, no.
Okay, then that's all that matters, because if you were, you wouldn't be on my show. I can assume you're not married to a high value man, because if you did, he wouldn't allow you to get on here and make a fool of yourself like this. So I can take it any way you want to go.
So back to your question.
Back to what I'm saying. You ain't running shit. I know what you think you're running, except you can bounce that stuff in New York where you want to go. You don't even know how much it costs to raise a family, support a family. Mm-hmm. So you damn sure have just proven you don't know how to cooperate with a man who earns that kind of money. So the fact that you think that women like yourself can just choose to be fit for these kind of men, you ain't even fit for a damn conversation.
But this isn't really a...
That's what it is. Kick rocks. Bye-bye.
What we just watched was absolutely wild. Kevin asked her simple, direct questions, and she dodged every single one of them. Look, when someone asks you something straight up, just answer it honestly. Dancing around the truth only makes you look worse. So here's what actually happened in this conversation. She genuinely believes she deserves to marry a wealthy, successful man. She wants to be a housewife to someone who's already made it big. But here's where her thinking falls apart completely. Rich, successful guys have endless options when it comes to dating. They can literally choose from hundreds of different women. These men aren't sitting around desperate for anyone. They're picking exactly who they want to be with. So if you're 36 years old, single with a child, and still no ring in sight, something clearly isn't working in your favor. I mean, think about it logically for a second. If women could just decide to marry any wealthy guy they wanted, wouldn't they all be married to millionaires by now? The math just doesn't add up at all. Kevin was pointing out facts that needed to be said. He was simply stating what everyone could already see. When you keep ignoring reality, reality doesn't just disappear. It stays right there, whether you acknowledge it or not. Here's the biggest takeaway from all of this. Stop making excuses for your current situation. Take a hard look at where you actually are in life, not where you think you deserve to be, but where you really are right now. If you want completely different results, you need to start being brutally honest about your starting point. That's literally the only way you're going to move forward. So what do you think about this whole situation? Was Kevin completely right to call her out like that? Or do you think he should have been a little nicer about it? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button for me. Subscribe for more content exactly like this. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a single upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.